Ladies and gentlemen, I am drinking Dunkin' Donuts today.
Oh, yeah.
Normally I'll do Cafe Nero, Starbucks.
You're giving our location away.
But here's the thing, the Dunks cold brew is acceptable. It's not watered down, doesn't taste like cigarette ashes. I recommend if you go to Dunks, try the cold brew.
Dunk scares me because if I get another one of those, right? And then let it sit in a room for a day.
Not a sponsor.
Let it sit in a room for a day. That shit, it turns into like oil.
Take it easy.
Yeah, nah, Dunkin's is fire.
Like Jake says, reel it back.
Dunkin's is fire.
Reel it back. Today is a just chatting, but it's a different, it's just gonna be like a series thing. Pet peeves. On the show.
Get ready to laugh. Get ready. This
on the
be
show,
great.
we talk about, kind of sprinkled into episodes, things that drive me borderline insane crazy. And we want to just kind of highlight those, and hopefully maybe some of you watching could relate to some of these pet peeves. But some of them are just the weirdest, probably strangest things. If you can relate to it, comment. So let's start off with you, because mine's going to go crazy.
No, listen, this is the thing. This is the difference, right? So with me, I need to figure out how to word this right. Like, I'm very calm, cool, and relaxed. Like, I don't let things bother me unless I'm in the right, like in a mindset where I do. You know what I mean? So like when you said pet peeves, I'm thinking to myself, like, I have things that bother me, but like I don't allow it to like really like, I don't know how to put it, but I can't think of like pet peeves. Like I can once you start talking about it, but I can't like spot certain pet peeves. Does that make sense? Like I don't know. Like
There are certain behaviors.
Oh, I just thought of one. Never mind. We're in it. When you get in the car and it's either 110 degrees or it's negative 30 degrees, and someone gets in right away and they turn the heat up all the way. Bro, it doesn't work like that. You gotta let the car warm up. It doesn't work like that.
Oh, shit.
Bro, I hate when people do that. I hate that. I don't know why, but it's like that. People have done that to me in my car, and I look over at them like, what are you doing?
What do you mean? What do you mean?
It's just gonna blow cold or hot air at us. Like, how is that gonna work? It's not gonna work. That's one of my pet peeves.
I have so many.
Yeah, it's bad. It's bad.
So even in high school, I used to get a kick out of, and I don't want to use the word sheep, but people kind of behave in autopilot, and they all kind of do the same things, and it used to drive me crazy even as a kid in high school. So like I noticed, like sheep behavior, meaning I'm not trying to get political. I know people use that terminology. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about but just like pre-programmed, like human behavior. Like that makes me insane. So I would always try to be different. So I'll give you an example. People go to Starbucks. They order a drink. Hold on. Things are going to get intense. You go to Starbucks. It's passion. It's passion.
That's what it is.
Passion.
Honestly, that's what it is.
During these moments, if you took a sample of my blood and dripped it on rust, the rust would come off.
I can't breathe.
People go to Starbucks. After you order that drink, that mocha loca tate, mocha latte tate, double calf, triple. After you order the drink from someone who works a very hard job, for the love of God, do you need to stare at the whole crew until you get your mother effing drink?
Yo, we'll be
Why are you staring at the fucking baristas?
We'll be standing there, and there will be other people.
Stop staring at them. They're working so hard to make you a Moco Loco Pake.
Yo, wait, listen.
Stop staring at them.
Just ordered and we'll be standing there.
Stop it. These fucking nerds go in there ordering their fucking coffee and they're like this. How would you feel if you were working a job and the person was staring you down like a face?
We'll be standing.
When I order my coffee, I have decency. I go over and I fucking look at my phone like a good person. Don't stare at those people. Don't stare. Why are you staring at them? You're not a gangster. You're not gonna do anything. You better make my fucking shit. You better make my shit. I'll meet you out back. That's not gonna happen. Leave them alone. They're just trying to earn a living. I apologize for raising my voice on this show.
It's gonna happen a lot in this episode.
But
so
the level of fucking,
should have a volume
just a level
warning.
of puke, the puke behavior from humanity. Go yourself.
Okay, wait. So we'll be standing.
yourselves.
We'll be standing in like just so we'll order him. We'll go like sit down or whatever. We're not gonna be like hovering over them, like making sure that they make it right. And he'll like if we notice other people doing it, he'll look at me and he'll be like, he's staring at the fucking barista.
I'm like, why are they
He says it
staring?
out loud. He
What
goes,
are
"Why-"
you trying to do?
He goes, why are they he says it loud. Why are they staring at the barista?
If you stare them down,
Like,
you
this dude's
first come off
asking
like
for
a
a
piece
fight.
of shit. If you stare them down, it doesn't make the milk steam quicker. It doesn't make anything happen faster. The only thing I can think of is intimidation.
Did you put cream in that?
Are we intimidating? Why are you staring them down?
You know what's fun? Okay, I just thought of one. When you're at like this could be a restaurant, but more like I'm crying so much I'm tearing. More like a fast casual, Starbucks. And someone's order's wrong and they get pissed off. They're like they get really annoyed. Like, you know what I mean? Like at the bar, you know when someone like picks it up and they're like, this is not what I ordered?
Just be cool about it.
Just like, hey, this is supposed to be this.
It's all about delivery and just go, hey, like sometimes I'll order a drink and I order it unsweetened. And geez, I'm trying to not eat sugar. Hey, I ordered unsweetened. I'll be nice about it. Because these people are working hard. Maybe they got confused. Remember, you get what you receive. And if you're a douche, probably gonna get some attitude back, then you're gonna be all angry, and then you're gonna stare even more at the baristas, and it's a big mess.
There was that one time you got a little bit annoyed at Starbucks. Okay, ready? This is a good story to tell, actually. So one day we were at a Starbucks, and Andy goes to... Preface. We went to a different Starbucks, and he orders a double espresso. No, not a double. A double nitro. So he wanted to get like a venti or like a big cup of nitro, but nitro cold brew has more caffeine in it.
I didn't know this.
What is it? Why in the world does it look like this? And how come it tastes so smooth and velvety? Well, it's magic. No, of course not. Grow the fuck up.
So we went to a different one when we're traveling to a certain area. We stop at a certain Starbucks. We went to that one the next day or the next time, whatever. And he goes, "Can I get a venti or whatever? Let me get a Trenta Nitro." And the woman goes, "Oh, we can't do that." And he goes, "What do you mean?"
What do you mean? What do you mean?
He goes, "What do you mean? I want a Trenta Nitro."
I was like, okay, you want to play games? I'll play games. Let me get two. Yeah. Let me get two of those, right? Now, the day before we did this, she's like, we can't give you a Trenta. I'm like, let me get two. So I drank two nitros, and then I look at Jake. I go, my heart's pounding.
But the day before he drank it too, so I was thinking like, I don't know what it is.
I had no idea. I thought maybe it was a supplement I took. I go, holy fuck.
And then the time after that,
and
we
then
go to the same Starbucks actually.
And I did it again.
Yeah, he orders the two and I ordered a drink. And so the manager comes out and she goes, "Sir, did you?"
She goes, "Who ordered the two nitros?"
Yeah.
And the manager comes over all concerned and she goes, "Sir, are those both for you?"
He's like, "Yeah."
Yeah. She goes, "We don't allow the Trenta because it's extremely high in caffeine."
He looks at me.
And I was like, the hot pains. That's not a pet peeve. It's just a story related to Starbucks, but it was so insane. I didn't realize that. So to the folks at home, be very careful about the nitro. It's not like the regular cold brew.
No, it is not.
Wait, they need to have a sign on the wall.
Well, the thing is if they have a sign, then it kind of, you like...
A sign.
Put
up a sign that has a picture of a hot.
But it makes me think of like people, the girl who drank the 3 months. I mean, this was a long time ago. I don't know. Actually, I'm not even going to bring that up. Yeah, they should probably have a warning.
Oh, some kind of warning. Like, come on.
But okay, so yeah.
Another pet peeve. I'll let you go.
Dude, you know what's funny is I think of a pet peeve when you bring up something. So like that one in the car, that's a big pet peeve of mine. I mean, I don't have like...
All right, I got one.
Yeah,
While you're thinking, freezer cases, like with the door at the grocery store.
Oh, yeah.
I am always a gentleman. I will be courteous. I will wait. There could be an elderly person not processing as fast. I'm considerate. I wait. If it's a mom with her kids trying to find the right yogurt, I'll wait. But when you're in the freezer case, just remember, just do a casual, just
Use your peripheral.
Just to make sure no one's waiting.
We were gifted peripherals by God.
Because I've been in the grocery store and I'm trying to wait. I got to grab this yogurt. I got a meeting in 10 minutes. What are we doing? And this person's looking at every yogurt. It could be, sometimes it's a younger person that just doesn't give a shit. I had a guy tell his wife, hey, come on. Because he saw me. He saw me waiting and he looked at me and went, and I didn't say anything. I was being a gentleman. I'm like, I got my little basket and I'm waiting. And she's like, oh, mango. Oh, berry blast. Oh, look, peach. And he's like, all right, honey, let's go. I went in the freezer case. When you go into the freezer case, it doesn't need to be Willy Wonka. Oh, look at all these wonderful treats and succulent delights. There's somebody behind you that needs a yogurt. Or there isn't. Look over your shoulder. Oh,
use your peripheral.
Just
yeah.
like this. Oh. Be considerate, be aware of your surroundings, and this will be a much more happier planet.
That is a good one. I'm trying to think.
This episode could be 7 hours long.
You know what's funny? Instead of like pet peeves, I think about like, I like seeing people freak out. like I'm just thinking about like a grocery store is like a perfect example. Like, because people get so mad in the grocery store, and I'll just be sitting there. And I'll be like, look at that dude. Look, he's getting so bad. Like, it's just funny. I don't know. I think there's so many things that happen in them. Like, just impatience. Yeah. No, we're going to get to that. We're going to get to that.
When someone's taking a turn and they can pull over to the right and they don't. Say someone's going to take a right-hand turn. You know, if there's room to pull over and let the traffic behind you go without having to press on the brakes and then accelerate again, just move over to the right.
Or people who are just completely oblivious of shit. That kind of bothers me, and it almost is like, are you trying to be just completely oblivious? Like, okay, perfect example. There's a fire truck coming, an ambulance is coming behind you. You're on a there's 3-lane road, whatever. And someone will just not move. They'll just be like, nope, I'm not moving. They can go around me. It's like that type of shit. That's a pet peeve of mine. It's like, yo, like, get out of the fucking way. What, are you writing down ideas?
I'm just trying to produce and...
Are you putting together your...
I'm trying to figure out all my... customer service. Okay. So I do have a boatload.
Yeah.
I do have a boatload. It is infinite. Cam, I want an infinity sign. My pet peeves are infinite.
I thought he was gonna say my pet peeves are when Cam doesn't put the fucking thing in the video.
They're infinite. So the next one I want to talk about, which is huge. I have a little bit of a soft spot for wait staff because my son's mother was a waitress for quite some time, and it was a lot of hard work. So I always make sure I tip good, and I always make sure I'm considerate to what they're going through. But what I cannot stand, to all the servers and wait staff out there, listen up. Listen up. Whether you're having a bad day or you're not, your behavior, attitude, vibe, and energy should be the same. Zoom into my mouth.
He's
The same. What's the definition of same? Pull it up. Listen.
I haven't responded to that.
Listen.
It's
Close. I'll do like my dad does before he's about to say
He
something.
said words.
He does this thing with his lips.
That is
The
such a
same.
fucking, that is
The
such an Arab thing.
same.
That's so funny.
The same. When your energy, vibe, and everything should be the same throughout the process. From what do you want to drink, welcome to Bojangles, to here's your check, have a nice day.
Oh, you're saying
When they
on
have
the
a
other side.
horrible fucking attitude in the whole beginning.
Yo,
The whole beginning shit. Dude, they got, like, I ordered something and, like, they make a face and, like, they're condescending. They roll their fucking eyes. And I'm like, wow, this waiter is insane. Like, what's their problem? And then it's check time. Hey, then it's check time. You have a wonderful day.
Yeah. We've experienced this so many times. It's fucking hilarious.
No. Let's rewind. I want a cassette. I want a fucking cassette. Rewinding.
Wait, okay, I have two
Let's
things
rewind in the
head.
beginning. Yeah, what do you want? That. Yeah? Oh, yeah? That's what you want? Hold the bus. What are we doing? What? You just borderline wanted to kiss me when you gave me the check. You were all up in my face, smiley, happy. And then when I came there, you're like, fuck you.
What
What are you doing?
So fucking funny.
It's the truth. It happens so much. And I get it if you're having a bad day. That's why I kind of slightly let some of it slide a little bit. I'm like, maybe they're having a bad day. I'm not.
People are definitely going to be commenting this, like being a waitress is a hard
I'm not
job.
going to take it personally, but just try to match the energy in the beginning to the end. Because when you hand the check all smiley, I hope you have a wonderful day filled with Jello and cream. What? Why don't you have the same energy in the beginning?
You know what would be?
There's no excuse for it.
Yeah.
If you want to be a hot ass, be the hot ass when you give the check. Just be like, yeah, here's your check.
You know those restaurants where the waitresses
I would appreciate that.
act like assholes, like intentionally?
I would appreciate that more. I would appreciate the realness of, hey, I'm pissed off, and I don't like your face. Give me that attitude throughout the process.
It would be so fucking funny to take Andy to one of those restaurants without him knowing. Oh my God, imagine we get there and the waitress throws the menu on the table. He just like gets fucking pissed immediately. Wait, I have a story.
It's hard for me to get mad at somebody I don't know if they're reacting to something that has nothing to do with me. Maybe the manager just yelled at him.
Ooh.
Maybe the manager just yelled at him. You know, it's not my problem. I get it. People have a bad day. Okay. I'm not going to take it personally. Now, if he was like, I don't like your fucking face.
I just thought of a pet peeve.
That would be a little bit of a different situation.
Wait, I need to write something down. I have two things. So one thing is I was traveling once and we were in in an island somewhere. I can't remember. It was a Latin island. I can't remember where it was. Went to a restaurant. I noticed that the woman who was waiting us had a perfect English accent. I was like, oh shit, where are you from? You live down here? What's going on? I was asking her, like, at first she was nice. She's like, oh yeah, from Colorado, this and that, whatever. I was with family. So I just like,
bro, when you say English accent, are you talking about the UK?
No. I was on an island, on a Latin island.
You should say American.
Okay.
Because an English accent is hello.
Big lump of C4, packed right up his fudger. Boom, claret everywhere. Fucking diabolical.
No, perfect American accent, perfect United States of America accent.
Willy Wonka. Willy Wonka.
I asked her, I said, hey, I started a conversation because, anytime I'm in a cab, anytime I'm, at a restaurant, I like to have a conversation with people that I don't know. Just something I do. So I'm talking to her. Oh, cool, you're from Colorado. That's dope. How long you been here? And further the conversation she got pissed off. She was like I was like talking to her.
She's probably thinking you're trying to mac.
No, it wasn't. That wasn't flirting with her. That's for sure. But
sometimes people think you're macking when you're not. But like, dude, I just said my foot itched. Oh my god.
Yeah, I have a boyfriend.
I said my ankle itched.
Wait, I'm trying to remember the other pet peeve. Oh, Andy's gonna freak out over this one.
Some people take. I don't know. Some people take things weird. I don't even know. I have no idea.
Long story short, I was trying to have a conversation with her. We were on an island, right? You don't expect your waitress to have a perfect American accent. So I thought it would be an opportunity for me to have a good conversation, but obviously not. And one of my biggest pet peeves, I hate when this happens. But when you are at when you're at a place where you, like a Chipotle or somewhere where you like you go and you pay for something, when they say out loud, hey, sir, your card declined.
Oh,
it's like,
oh my.
Oh, it did?
God.
Oh, try this one.
Dude.
Try this one.
Holy crap.
What the fuck are you trying to do? Why are you yelling out to everyone? No, I don't know if you... No. I don't know if you...
I could say it in a stealth, private way.
That shit pisses me off because... No, ready? It happened to me recently. It happened to me at a restaurant. I was getting takeout. Bars right next to me. There's people at the bar that I know that I just said hi to. The woman says, sir, your card declined. I said, no, it didn't. Try it again. Just looked at her. She tried it again and went through. I'm like, why'd you have to say it so loudly?
Yeah.
Fuck you.
That's another thing that's kind of crazy. So I had a situation happen.
My number's going to be in the video. Please blur that out.
I had a situation happen.
Someone's going to pause that.
Hold up. I had a situation happen at a restaurant. I was there with my son. We ordered food. It was like you go up to the thing. You go up to the thing and you order it. It's like a fast casual. And the person, I put my card in. Done. And I didn't see the word approved.
Mm-hmm. But then you walked away, didn't you?
No. And the girl goes, oh, it didn't work. What? Now, for the record, this card has about 30,000 in available credit.
It has a lot. Let's just say no.
30,000.
No, just say it's a lot in available credit.
Available credit. What are you talking about? I'm thinking fraud. So I'm like, after I order this food, I'm checking my account. I go, let's try it again. Okay, yeah, it's all set. Okay. I was like, it was a little bit of a fluke. Weird. We're sitting down waiting for our food. And the person comes over, sir, your card declined. Loud. What is going on? So I go back up. I'm like, are you sure? I'm like, it said approved on the screen. Manager comes over. He's like, yeah, it's kind of wonky. And, I had to flex. And I opened up the account. I go, you see all that available credit? You motherfucker. Do you see the number? Do you see the number? Look at it. I want you to register it. I want you to write it down on a triplicate form and hang it around this restaurant because somebody yelled that my shit didn't go through trying to embarrass me. He goes, oh, no, I see it. I believe you. Yeah. And then I guess it was an issue with the system, but then I pull up my account.
Well, didn't you do it again? You did it like 3 times.
I pulled it up. It was 4 transactions.
Yeah.
On my pending, it said there was 4 transactions pending for $59. So I'm thinking, dude, I just paid a ton of over $200 for a couple sandwiches and a couple juices for me and my son. I like lose my mind for a minute, and I went to the manager. I go, dude, not cool. What's up? What is going on? And
Also,
he goes, oh no. And he explained it, and the
Yeah, I don't know how to explain this part.
the pending transactions disappeared. But why? What was going on? I don't know. They charged me once. I think he canceled those out, but they kept saying it wasn't going through, but they kept charging and charging and charging. Aside from yelling and embarrassing me, long story short, we sorted it out. I had a delicious sandwich. Everything is great. I still go there. It's a wonderful place. Mm-hmm. It was just a wild situation. Like they were coming
there
at
was
me.
a lot more to
They were
that, but
coming
like,
at me like
we're
I
not
was
talking about it.
coming at me like I was begging in the streets. Sir, your card's junk. I'm like, what? What are you talking about? That's what made me have to flex. The flex wasn't necessary. I'm like, fuck you. Look at that. Look in the parking lot.
Nah, okay. You know what another big pet peeve of mine is? And this is more of a personality clash with some friends and this and that, whatever. And they're probably going to watch this and we're going to have a fucking fight after this. But listen, my week is very busy. My week, the work days are very busy, very sporadic. Things come up. I'm working till at night. Like things come up. So on my days off, I like to just fucking chill. I don't like to plan too much. Even when I'm traveling, I don't like to plan too much and schedule this and schedule that unless it's necessary. And so I like to just kind of go with the flow. I have 3 things I want to do that day. I want to go on the boat. I want to go fishing. I want to go swimming. I want to go on the beach. I want to do this. I want to do that. Whatever it is. I hate when I have a day that I'm chilling and some people join me and all of a sudden everything has to be scheduled. They call me and they go, I'm going to be there in 20 minutes. We have to leave right now. I'm like, no, you're going to come over. We're going to chill for a minute and we'll go when we want to go. That's like one of my biggest pet peeves. That's like a weird one though. Yeah, I feel like not a lot of people relate to that one, but it's just because I really enjoy to just kind of go with the flow on certain days.
Yeah.
Because I'll be like just chilling. I'll be like, all right, we'll go to the pool in like an hour, whatever, could be 30 minutes, whenever I decide to get up. But then someone comes in and they're like, all right, we got to go right now. And then we got to do this. And then we got to have lunch at 12:15. And then we got to go do this. And then we have to see a movie at 2:45. And I'm like, yo, I don't know. I'm not doing that. I'm just not. I'm going to go with the flow and I'm going to chill out. And I hope they're watching this. I hope they are because we're going to fucking have a conversation. Are we going to get into the car shit?
Yeah, so like when people are driving, so if there's 3 lanes, we're gonna have this be education. There are 3 lanes. Cam, give me some B-roll, please. There are 3 lanes on the highway. The left lane, which means if you hold your left arm out and you point, it's the one all the way over.
Middle lane.
First and foremost, before I get into this, people need to stop acting like children on the highway. It is a complete representation of you as a person. Listen. Listen to me. People can see you. You think you can pick your nose in your car? No one's gonna see. Oh, this is a free road. The way you drive, what you're doing in your car, alone or not. Whatever you're doing, people can see. People can see.
Jeez. Oh, yeah, that's it, baby. Just a little more. Stay down, Eve.
Behave yourselves on the road. People can see. Now, back to what I was saying. The left-hand lane is meant for someone that is ripping it up. They're doing
Well, not going to say a speed.
a good speed, a good speed, a good speed. They're doing a good speed,
Fast pace.
Just they're going.
On the speed limit.
That's the go lane, right?
Maybe 5 over, whatever.
The traveling lane, which is the middle one. So the middle lane is when, if you're in that lane, you have a lane to your left and you have a lane to your right. I'm going to explain that one more time. The traveling lane is when you have a lane to your left and a lane to your right. This is the lane where you kind of roll. The right-hand lane. The right-hand lane is meant for a couple things. If you're going to be taking an exit, what's an exit? An exit takes you off the highway into an area that is where your destination.
You're not on the highway anymore. You're exiting on an off ramp. Off the highway.
The exit.
Yeah.
The exit on the right-hand lane. Now, if you want to drive like you're 100 years old, right-hand lane. You want to mosey, there's something wrong with your vehicle, your rims are too small. You're in a lowrider and that shit's pancaked and you're just rolling, go in the right-hand lane.
Or it's an on ramp.
If you're in a Ferrari, go in the left lane and just
Speed limit.
don't drive slow in the left lane. That's the one if you hold your left hand out and it's that way. Stop driving slow in that lane.
When you say slow, you're talking about like if the highway's 65, 70 miles per hour, they're driving like 55.
You always got the nerd in the
Yeah.
Prius that's driving like below the speed limit and they're in the left lane.
Yeah.
And then you drive by and they're on their phone like,
Oh my God.
bro, go in the right-hand lane. Go in the middle lane. What are you doing?
Bringing up so many fucking.
Is
There's
this
gonna have
some-
to be a part 2 to this?
Why? What kind of social justice movement are you doing by slowing down people that have somewhere to go?
Dude, there was this one time we saw this kid on his phone. Real quick story. He was just driving, he had his light on. He was on FaceTime.
He had his light on in the car,
And Andy was
glowing,
Andy's driving like this.
and I was imitating him. He was like this. He's like, I'm not exaggerating. He's like this. He must have been FaceTiming, and he was like this. Face.
In the fucking phone.
Hold on. Normal people, if they're driving and they're texting, it's like this. It's, you know, they're just they're.
Which you
looking at
shouldn't
the
be
road. They're-
doing, but
shouldn't be
yes.
doing it.
But it happens.
Don't do that. But like, if you see people doing it, they're trying to do it like an adult. They're like keeping their eyes on the road, just right. This motherfucker was
So fucking.
he.
It was at night too. We were driving back from like a long day on the road. We were on the highway for probably like 2 hours. It was nighttime, so you could see fucking everything.
He was gonna kill somebody. It was like that scene in Planes, Trains, and Automobiles when they were going the wrong way. You better cue the right scene. I'll say the scene from Planes, Trains, and Automobiles when they were like, you're going the wrong way. You're gonna kill somebody. Put the clip when they're like, you're gonna kill somebody. That clip, please. He's gonna put the part where he's rubbing the hat. He's gonna put the part, I'm talking about this, and he's gonna put the wrong clip.
You're going to kill somebody!
Me and Jake are just rolling, and we see this guy. The light's on in his car, and he's like this. Phone to the face.
I went, look at this guy.
Phone to the face. I am not exaggerating. I am not exaggerating.
No, he's not. It was fucking
His
crazy.
phone was like this, and he's like, so me being the comedian that I am sometimes, I was like, look at this fucking guy. And I started imitating him. I was like, I held up the phone just to kind of send him a signal like, you're acting insane. What are you doing? Stop.
I'm Michael Jordan. Stop it. Get some help.
The next one is customer service people. When you are speaking to somebody, I always tell people the best way to connect with someone is you have the living room voice. Just talk easy. Imagine if the person was in your living room talking to you. Would you be like, hey, do you want a cup of coffee? No, you wouldn't talk like that. Use the living room voice. Hey, you want some coffee? Customer service people. Why do you have to speak to a customer as if the whole place is listening? What? I know I'm not the only one that notices this.
Oh yeah, I noticed it.
Okay, let's say you're at a retail store and you're returning something and you're like, hey, this widget doesn't work. And they start speaking to you in a very high voice. No, sir, this is past the 30-day. You can't return this. And they got a bullhorn. You can't. Speak to the person that's in front of you in the right tone, the right volume, that person can hear you. You're not speaking to the whole place. Why? What are you doing? Why are you yelling? Take it easy. Michael Jordan, Q.
Stop it. Get some help.
So if you're in customer service, stop talking so damn loud. We don't all need to hear that the person is doing something with you. Sounds like you're trying to rile people up. Oh. That's another thing in customer service. I feel like sometimes they want to piss you off. They want to get their rocks off because of a monotonous job. Yeah. So they're like, you know what? I'm going to tell this guy in a roundabout professional way to go fuck himself.
But then on the other hand, though, I think it's so funny, and I wouldn't call it a pet peeve. It's another one of those freak out moments where it's like someone is talking to a customer service person and like they obviously can't help. Like they're not the person to help you with your fucking.
Oh yeah.
Like, and they're like freaking out about it. It's like, yo, bro, chill out.
I always preface this with, I understand this is not your area and you're not responsible for it, but I'm pissed about something. But like, it's good to just get it out and tell them in a respectful way what you have an issue with. Maybe they can move it up the chain, but when they're communicating, they don't need to speak to you. Like, first of all, you're a first grader.
Yeah.
And then in this really high voice announcing it to everybody here. Hello, hello. We don't need to do that. Now, here's another one. And I'm worried I might offend some certain people.
Hey, which one?
Let's talk about happiness. Happiness, content. One of my pet peeves is someone that just constantly moves. Like, I just know some people that just move way too much. Moving to another part of the United States.
Oh, dude, this is gonna be very niche. I don't know if this is gonna.
This is true. You can look it up online. It's a real thing. It's like a disorder.
Yeah.
People who move around the country constantly, you find happiness and peace and content within. I could be on a mountain with a kitty cat or just with a I could be alone on a mountain and be content. I could be next to a volcano and be content. I could be up in a helicopter and be content. Sometimes I think it's a dopamine rush where they need new stimulation. and they'll move around the country. Oh, I'm sick of this area. I'm going here.
That
And you're like,
see, it's funny. I know people like that, and like I feel like they're like very like it's almost like the you know
a chemical problem.
adrenaline.
Yeah,
people
they
who
need
reach for
dopamine.
adrenaline.
They need dopamine, so they need a new surrounding to stimulate. They need to recognize that that's a chemical issue. So listen, wherever you are, there are people like, for example, people talk shit about the part of the United States that I live in all the time. People that live here, they're like, oh, this place, oh. We just had two visitors, or one of them said, so we had two visitors. One of them came over from Milwaukee, and he goes, this is a really nice area. Wow. Thank you for saying that. Thank you for saying that.
Not just voted the top one place to live.
He said, this is a nice area.
Yeah, it is.
So
Fucking dope.
the people who are not appreciative of what they have, and they need
Oh, I see where
constant
you're going with this.
stimulation. I need somewhere different. And you just uproot yourself and go here, and then go there, and then go there. What are you doing? Now, there are several reasons why that would be okay, but you need to find happiness within. That's a pet peeve of mine. It drives me nuts.
We're
not, for the record, we're not talking about traveling.
No. Just like having to move.
You can travel, need to get the stimulation.
No,
feel
you're not
good,
allowed to travel either.
feel good or go on vacation. We're not going to go down that road.
No. Wait, I just thought of one. Wait, sorry, did I cut you off?
We're not going to go down that road. I'm talking about the people who uproot their lives and they just, I'm going to be happy here. Guess what? The sun goes down, the sun comes up. You're going to have to take a shit. You're going to have to go grocery shopping. It's not going to be that different. What do you think is over there?
That isn't over
so
here.
drastically different.
Other than like weather. That's
Think about it.
different.
Weather, okay, all right. Then you have, but it's insane to.
Okay, so I'm gonna get into another one. So I'm not like a big gambler, but I do like to have some fun here and there. And I'm not crazy. I don't go wild, but I do have fun. And so I hate when it's one of my it's a pet peeve when I'm playing blackjack. The other day, a while ago actually, I was playing blackjack, doing pretty good. I started getting pretty confident, $50 hand. I was doing really good. And people were losing and they were getting mad at the dealer. And, I get it. You want to say the casino's rigged. It's a game of it's a game, right? What was I saying?
Chance.
It's a game of chance. Things happen. If you go to the casino and you don't expect to lose money, then you're not in the right place and you should probably get some help. But
Stop it.
but like
Michael Jordan. Cute. I love it.
But like, so when I'm playing a game like blackjack, more specifically blackjack, and the guy next to me is going, oh, of course you're gonna hit 21, or starts yelling at the dealer, just starts getting annoyed, and he starts, he has some drinks going, or she, whatever, and they start saying like pretty like offensive shit, and it's like they're getting really pissed off at the dealer. It's like I want to look over them and be like, do you know where you are? Do you know why? Like you're gambling. Like, why do you expect to go to a casino? Oh, this is my job. I'm gonna make a ton of money gambling. That's not how it works. You're gonna have some fun gambling. It makes you feel good. You get that dopamine rush, and then you lose a little bit, and it sucks. But it's like, don't yell at the dealer. Like he's like, what are you doing? Why are you gonna yell at him?
I don't like when the dealers look like they're getting a thrill that you're losing. If you work at a casino and somebody's losing, act like you give a shit. Be like,
Usually they do. I've never dealt with.
So I've seen some real pieces of work, and they're just like getting their rocks off.
You know what game?
They're getting their rocks off on you losing, and it's like, that's not going to change your paycheck, there, Missy. That's not going to change your paycheck.
They're not going to get tipped.
Job security. I'm taking. Come on.
It depends on what game, though. I feel like because at a blackjack table, they always give tips and stuff. because they always give like advice. Like if it's like a 10-10, they're like, don't split it unless it's an ace-ace. Like they'll give tips like that to like get tips. You know what I mean?
Yes.
So but that's interesting. I haven't seen that before.
This one's going to be easy and kind of short. Why does produce get bad so quickly?
That's true. Expiration dates are weird.
So, hold on. Let's think about this. You're in the grocery store. I'm just looking at all this succulent fruit. Strawberries,
Watermelon.
blueberries,
Yeah.
pears, mandarin oranges, bananas. These fucking bananas look really good. They're nice bright yellow. There's not even one black dot on it. Maybe a mango. Not even a spot.
Plantain.
The minute I get home, all the fruit is dying. Death. Melting. Just melt. I pick up the kiwi. It's like, what just happened?
The avocado turns into mush.
Why? I just came home. Now, obviously I'm exaggerating, but within a few days, everything's gone to the point that I started to realize that I'm losing a lot of money. I'm losing money on vegetables and fruit. This is a serious concern.
And cold cuts too. Cold cuts go quick.
This is a serious concern. I'm buying produce and it's going bad so fast that I can't even get just a quick suckle, just a little bit of juice. It's all rot. So I buy my produce now like no more than 1 day of eating it. I bought a pineapple and it was like shit in 2 days.
Really?
It tasted like shit. Well, it was
surprising.
like rotten. Like I could only eat the core. Only the core was good.
That's like the worst
I was
part.
like, let me salvage this rotting, dying.
He's just like crunching down on pineapple core, like, delicious.
I don't eat a lot of fruit, but when I do, it's like either banana, mostly banana, tangerine, banana, mandarin, orange.
Oh my God,
Strawberry,
I just thought of another
blueberry.
one. This is going to be a long episode. When people invade your space.
What? Oh, when they get too close.
When they get too close to you, I'm having an example. So I recently got into fishing. I'm just going to throw it out there. I like it. I enjoyed it. It helps me just relax. So I have my tackle bag and shit on a bench near this lake. And I have a couple friends with me. We're all fishing. Did I cut you off? Sorry.
No. Go ahead.
And we're all fishing. We're enjoying our time. There's two benches where I'm at. There's one over here and one over there. They're within probably 100 feet of each other, and they're both the same bench. I put my tackle bag on that bench. I took out some shit, put on some shit, threw it out. I was fishing for probably 30 minutes. And this guy who's walking he's just walking around. I don't really know. There's like a trail near there. He sits down. He goes and he says, "Is this your bag?" And I went, "Yeah." And I was reeling it in, feeling for the fish. And he just sat down next to my bag. So I had my bag, a tackle box open, and then there was like a space like maybe like this much on a bench that was probably 6 foot. There's like this much space. Sits down next to my stuff. There's a bench right over there, but he sits down right on my stuff. It's not like the view's different. It's not like anything's different about that bench, but he sat there and he's just kind of just sitting there. And I look back and I'm like, hey, that's my tackle bag. We just confirmed that. And I ended up moving because it was just awkward. But like people who just like stand too close to you and like when they're talking and they like get really they like get really close and like they're talking to you and like looking into your soul. It's like, yo, back up a little bit. You need a minute.
I want to talk about people who live in like apartment complexes who think that complaining about a neighbor is going to make you not have to pay your rent.
What?
Or whatever. Like they're just complainers at apartment complexes to try to get out. Like they feel that
Oh, they're inconvenienced so they can get like whatever.
Like it's too. Holy shit. You know, the community that I lived in a while ago would say they were complaining about me and we had a mutual friend and they didn't know. They said this guy and his techno music and his cars and blah, blah, blah.
Well,
stuff I'm not going to say on the show.
You know,
And then it got back to me because they described me and it was in a conversation and they go, I think I know who you're talking about. And so just remember, when you live somewhere, those are your neighbors. Just be considerate. But you don't need to put in formal complaints. What's your agenda? What are you doing? Like, stop the bullshit. If I owned an apartment complex, if I owned rental properties, fuck the rent. I'm going to give you a great rent, probably $400 below market value. But the trade-off is you cannot fucking complain about anything ever, because the peace of mind that it will give me or my property management company it far outweighs any of them. There are serial complainers at apartment complexes, snitches, rats, motherfuckers. Dude,
well, you're gonna ask that right now?
this was one of the best properties in the area. Like,
you're talking about an old one?
no. Listen,
I'm like,
the best
it is.
properties in the area. People complaining. The only thing you can complain about is not having hot water, or your AC's down, or something's leaking. You can't complain like what. I had somebody snitch out where I was parking, but the place where I parked my car was mine. It was mine.
Oh,
It was
yeah.
mine that I pay for. I pay extra for 2 garage spaces. Let's back up. 2 garage spaces. I own both of them, which equates to the length of another car. Someone was telling on me, and the management sent me a photo, and I was like, I pay for these. It's not a fire lane. What do you?
Wait, when was this? Oh, I'm not even gonna.
It wasn't too long ago.
Okay.
What are you talking about? Hey, you can't park there. And it was the management. And I'm like, who ratted me out? How does it impact them? Anyways, there are like serial complainers that feel if they complain a lot, they can like get out of paying rent, or, you know, it just stop. Just stop doing that. Just you look pathetic.
Okay. I think that's enough anger for today.
No, I want more anger. I want rage. I want blood that will take the rust off of a vehicle.
Thank you so much for watching and joining us today on Real Business Roundtable. I hope you enjoyed today's episode and got a laugh out of it. Please like, subscribe, turn on post notifications so you get notified every single time we post a new episode.
One more. I hate if there's a car accident on the highway.
Oh my God, I was
And
waiting for this one.
everybody needs to drive 1 mile an hour so they can rubberneck. Oh God, go look. Oh, look. Or here's the other one. If just a police officer has their lights on, why do you need to slow down and fuck everyone's life up? What?
Yeah. Peace out.